Hi, I'm Nicole and I'm an ex-investment banker at a bulge bracket firm, and I'm here to tell you how to break into investment banking. First, create a strong academic record. How can you do that? Is do well in school, have a good GPA. I know GPA doesn't necessarily translate into intelligence, but imagine from the perspective of a recruiter. You have a huge stack of resumes. What is one of the main things that you'll first take a look at? And keep in mind, they're only taking a glance at each resume for only a couple of seconds. Yes, you guessed it correctly, it's your GPA. You want to kind of meet the bare minimum standard for GPAs. This way it shows that you're someone who works hard at school and you're able to perform in an academic environment. So that being said, having a strong academic track record is very important, and it helps if you're in a background in business, whether you're specializing in finance, economics, or accounting. And if you're someone in a totally different from a totally different field, let's say you're in engineering but you're trying to break into investment banking, then you can take some sort of qualifying certifications. For example, you can take the CFA. This way it shows that you're genuinely interested in the industry and you're very serious in learning and getting into the field. Culture is very important in any firm, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to work, and you're there to make everyone's lives easier as an analyst. And so if you want to be kind of chosen, then you have to be able to show that you're going to be hardworking and you'll be able to contribute value to the team. Second, you want to gain as much experience as you possibly can. Ideally, you want an investment banking summer internship. This way you have a chance to get a return offer. But I know that it's not always possible, especially as first years or second years. In that case, just try to get any sort of internship in the business area, preferably in finance or capital markets. Either way, it gives you a talking point in future interviews, and you'll always pick up some skills that are transferable to an IB role. Another way to gain experience is through extracurriculars. So this could be the finance club or the investment club. Try your best to be involved in stock pitch competitions or trading competitions, any sort of those capital markets related competitions. Try your best to join those, and if you can, even win those. This would be a really good story to tell during your future interviews. And the last step is to be very prepared for your interviews. So an interview can be broken down into two main parts. The first part is the behavioral section. The second is the technical portion of the interview. So starting off with the behavioral sections, these will be questions that you kind of see coming, and these questions will very likely be repeated through your different interviews in some shape, way, or form. Some very common interview questions are: tell me about yourself, walk me through your resume, why this bank, or why should we hire you? Those sort of questions, you should have already practiced your key main points that you want to hit for each of those questions, and you should have already practiced this to yourself in front of a mirror, whatever. But when it comes to the interview, you should already be at the point where you're very fluent and comfortable in presenting and talking about these questions. The second part of the interview will be the technical portion, and this is where you get asked those math questions, concept thinking questions. And the most important part of answering these type of questions is, of course, getting the right answer. But if you can't get the right answer, is being in the right direction. Are you thinking about the problem in a way that makes sense? Is your logical process what they're looking for? And there are a bunch of resources for preparing for your technicals, whether they're guidebooks, YouTube videos, courses, and I know there's a lot of resources that you have to pay for, but a lot of resources are also free. So just Google anything like top investment banking questions. You'll get a lot of practice available out there. Again, I just want to emphasize how investment banking is a very competitive industry. There are a lot of people going for this position, hundreds if not thousands, fighting for the same position that you're interested in. And so you want to be able to stand out by being very confident and being right about your technical questions and being someone who's very personable and someone who would be able to fit in their team environment. The last part that I wanted to touch on would be networking. I'm sure you've heard this 1,000 times, but network, network, network. Try to meet people in the team or the bank that you're interested in, or you're going to have an upcoming interview with. You want to kind of interact with the types of people that you might work with in the future and kind of gain more knowledge about the firm, their working style, and it's also from your perspective as well. Like, do you see yourself working for this firm? And in the end, it's a very big decision which firm you want to work in, straight out of school, let's say, or for your internship if you do get multiple offers. And that kind of breaks down to each firm's working style or each team's specialization. So it's very important to get to know these people and, again, really understand the industry and the ins and outs. That's everything for this video. To summarize everything, first is to gain a good academic track record. Second is to get experience through internships and finance-related extracurricular activities. Third is to be very, very prepared for your interviews. I hope this helps you getting prepared for the whole process and helps you to break into an IB role. Let me know if you're interested in this sort of investment banking or finance content, and I would be happy to make more in the future. Thank you very much. I hope this helps, and see you in the next video.